Hey, what's up? It's Tristan again from Ecom Ladder, and this is the second video in a two-part series of how I run my Facebook ads for Shopify. If you haven't watched the first video, I recommend go back on my channel and watch that first video because it shows you how exactly I set up and run profitable Facebook ads. So this video is more about validation and seeing if you have a winner and looking at the data and seeing if you have a campaign that you can scale.
Alright, so let's get straight into it. So in part one of the video, I said that you got to launch 6 campaigns at a time. So once you've launched those 6 campaigns, the next phase is checking the performance of your campaigns on a daily basis and seeing whether you've got a winner. So in order to do this, you've got to have these columns, right, set up in Ads Manager. And the ones I highlighted in red are the metrics I look at when deciding whether to kill or resume my ad campaigns. So first one here is CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions. So Facebook charges on a CPM basis, which means it charges you on how many times your ads are served. Another one is unique link clicks. So a lot of people look at link clicks, but I think unique link clicks is a much better indicator. The cost per unique link click, it's just obviously the cost per how many unique link clicks are there. Website purchases, which is the number of sales, and cost per website purchase, which is the cost per sale. So yeah, these are the main columns that I look at, and in order to get these columns up on your dashboard, just hop into Ads Manager. All you need to do is go to your ad set. So look at all the data on my ad set level. Go to columns, then go to customize columns. And what you want to do, right, is you want to put all these columns, you want to search for them and add them into the Ads Manager column section, right? So say if you don't have these columns, right, so just type in unique link clicks up here, and then you just select them and unselect them and they'll appear in here. And so this is how I arrange them. If you're new, I'd recommend you arrange them like this as well, but if you're using Facebook ads for a while, that's fine. And then just hit apply. So I know a lot of people look at the cost per engagement column when they're running PPE ads, but personally, I don't really use this. I mean, I've used it in the past, but I don't find the data that valuable because I don't really care if people are engaging with my ads. I mean, I do, but I care more if people are actually clicking on the ad because it shows buyer intent, right? So I care about the number of unique link clicks. So someone can comment all day saying, I want this, I need this, but the actual indicator that shows me that people are likely to buy is if people are clicking onto my product page to purchase, right? So this is what I care about. Okay, so here is probably the most valuable part of my whole presentation, right? So when you launch your ads, you need to be looking at the data every day and deciding whether you're going to pause or resume your ads. So over like years of testing, I've come up with this process here, and it's based on data points. So what I mean by data points is that on a daily basis, every day you should come in and check the data in your ads, and based on certain points, you should either kill or resume your ads. So these data points is basically what I've been using on my general stores to test products, and it's been working really, really well for me for the past year. These data points can change depending on the niche, but I recommend you start off using these data points, and I guarantee you'll be able to find a winner. I've got a bunch of messages in my inbox from people who have like bought $2,000 courses, and they tell me that this process here is working much better for them right now than what was sold in those courses. So let me just explain this, right? So on day one, you want to schedule your ads to launch at 12 a.m., so at midnight. You always want to launch at 12 a.m. because Facebook has the whole day to pace your budget. So you're going to get higher quality traffic if you pace throughout the day. So let's say we launch our ads at Sunday 12 a.m., so Sunday midnight, right? Then on Monday, before you go to bed, the later the better, so maybe 9 p.m., 10 p.m., or 11 p.m., or whenever you want to check before midnight, right? We want to check that our ad set has 4 unique link clicks. If the ad set does have 4 or more unique link clicks, we don't want to do anything, we just want to resume the ad. If it has less than 4 unique link clicks, we want to pause it, we want to kill it. Basically, when you've only spent $6, the only thing that's statistically significant is the amount of clicks on your ad. If you're getting sales in that time, that's great, but it's still not statistically significant. So all we care about here is the number of unique link clicks, because by day one, your ads should have around 1,000 impressions, which means we should get accurate data on the amount of link clicks, right? And from what I've tested, I've seen that 4 unique link clicks is usually an indicator of anything yet less than this you don't want to have. Okay, so then we want to run to day 2, right? So say this is Tuesday, right? So the same time, say 11 p.m. on Tuesday, you want to come in and look at your ads again. Should have spent, you wouldn't have spent $12 exactly. You might have spent like $10 or $11. But here, right? If your ad set has 1 or more sales, we want to resume it. It's getting sales, that's great. If the ad set has 10 unique link clicks but no sales, we still want to resume it because it's still got a strong amount of unique link clicks, which means there is still potentially buyer intent around that product that you're promoting, right? But if we have less than 10 unique link clicks and no sales, we want to pause it. Let's go to the next day, right? Okay, so let's go to day 3, right? So in our example, this would be Wednesday. Check at the same time, right? So your ad set needs to have a sale by now. If you've spent about $15 to $18 and there's no sales, there's an extremely high chance that the product is not a winner. So after day 3, we go to day 4. And so you see here that's $24. $24 is the maximum you should spend testing a product, right? And ideally, you don't want to get to $24. You want to kill them before at these data points. Remember, this is in USD. This is not in your local currency. So if you're in Australia, $24 is exactly $30 AUD. You don't want to spend over that. So this is what you're going to do in day 4. If the campaign is profitable, then there's a high chance that this could be a winning product. If the PPE campaign is profitable, then I'd recommend increasing the budget of that PPE campaign to $10. You've got to increase the budget of that PPE campaign by $10. So this would mean the daily budget is at $16 per day, and let it run, right? So while that's running, what you also want to do is duplicate the ad set within the campaign and change the objective to website conversion, and you can either optimize it for add to cart or purchase. I like to do both, but you can choose one or the other. I would probably recommend choosing add to cart since you're not going to have that many purchase conversion events, but if you're getting heaps of purchases from it, it's likely a winner and you want to optimize straight for purchase. So I'm going to show you in a little bit exactly how you duplicate the ad set and change the objective in Power Editor. But yeah, if your campaign's profitable, it's really, really likely you're a winner. And yeah, congratulations. So here's the second option, right? If the campaign is unprofitable, but the CPM is trending downward. So what I mean when I say the CPM is trending downward is that if you go into the ads manager, go to edit on our ad set, and then we want to pull up the charts, right? So this little icon here. And here we want to go custom. We want to look at CPM versus impressions, right? So this here on July 19th was when I launched this PPE ad as a test, right? And you can see here, there's a massive dip in the CPM as the day goes on. See, so on the July 19th, the CPM was $9.52. Then on 20th of July, it was $4.45. So you can see there's a massive downward trend in the CPM. And when you see a downward trend in the CPM, you'll also see impressions trending upward. So this is a really, really good sign that our ad serving costs are getting much cheaper. So our clicks will be cheaper and our sales will be cheaper. So if you see a downward trend like this, it doesn't have to be like a really, really steep downward trend, but as long as the graph is trending downward, then you want to leave it because this means that our ads are getting cheaper and the ad might become profitable. So going back to it, so if the campaign is unprofitable but the CPM is trending downward, like I showed you in the graph just there in Ads Manager, then what we want to do is resume that PPE campaign. And then we also, on top of that, we want to duplicate the ad set, changing the objective to WC like before. So it's basically the same thing. Even if the campaign's unprofitable at CPM trending downwards, we still want to keep it running, right? So the third option down here is if the campaign is unprofitable and CPM is trending upward, then we want to pause it. So it's exactly the same thing what I showed you before. So you want to go into Ads Manager, and if you see the reverse of what's happening here, so the CPM is trending upwards, not downwards, then you want to pause it because the ads aren't going to get any cheaper, so there's no point in continuing to run that ad. So we want to pause that PPE campaign, but we still want to duplicate the ad set, changing the objective to WC, because sometimes what happens is even if you have an unprofitable PPE, sometimes when you duplicate it into a WC ad, it can become profitable because Facebook goes after another type of audience that has a high propensity to purchase. Right, so by now you're probably wondering, how do I duplicate my ad set and change the objective to WC? It's actually pretty easy, and the advantage of doing this is that
when you duplicate your PPE ad set, what happens is that all that post engagement is retained. So all the comments, all the shares, all the likes, it's retained. So there's a lot more social proof on the ad. So show you how to do this, right? You can't do it in Ads Manager. You got to do it in Power Editor. So hop into Power Editor and go to the ad set level. So this is the ad set that we created in the part 1 of the video, is that watercolor brush pen. So to duplicate it, right, what we want to do is we want to select it and go duplicate. Then we want to go new campaign, right? And in this campaign, we'll call it WC to brush pen. And here we want to change the objective. I'm going to change it to conversions. We want to go save to draft. And what happens is this will duplicate that ad set into an entirely new campaign, right? So now if I go back to my campaigns, okay, so these 2 campaigns, right? This is the original PPE ad. If you see here, we've got objective post engagement, right? And this is the new WC campaign where we duplicated the ad set. So in this campaign here, so we're in the ad set level now. So in this campaign, you'll see here that the ad set has an error because we haven't set the optimization to it. So here we just want to go edit. So this has been duplicated. All the settings from our PPE ad set have been brought over. But what we want to do now is we want to change it to either the purchase objective or the add to cart objective, right? So I'd recommend it first, trying the add to cart objective. And then if that's not working, I'd try the purchase objective after that, because you're going to have more data on the add to carts. On the add to cart objective, you're going to have more add to carts, right? So another thing we've got to change down here, you've got to be sure to change this, is we want to set the optimization delivery for conversions, right? We don't want it set to post engagement anymore. We want to optimize it for purchases. The conversion window, so there's a lot of debate on which conversion window is best. For the past 6 months, 1-day click has been working better for me than 7-day click, but I also think it depends on the product price. If you have a high price product where you're getting conversion through remarketing campaigns, I'd recommend to go with the 7-day click. But if it's a really low price product, say between $10 to $29, I'd probably do the 1-day click. It's what I've always done. It seems to work for me pretty well. So yeah, that's basically all you need to change for the WC objective. And then once you've finished that, all you do is go review draft items and go confirm, and that will upload that new duplicated campaign. It's pretty simple. Alright, cool. So the reason a lot of people fail in Facebook ads is because they're not patient enough, right? They'll kill their ads way too early, right? They'll run them for a day, they'll get 0 sales, and they'll kill them. You got to be patient, yeah? And if you use my data points, it kind of forces a sense of patience, and you won't be killing your ads too early. So the metrics of a winning product will look similar to this, right? So I've got a screenshot here of a winning product that I was able to scale to thousands of dollars a day. And I've separated out this screenshot into day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So day 1 is when I initially launched the campaign. And I was basically using the exact same process I showed you in the slides before. So I'm going to go through it with you. So just firstly, in relation to the columns, we've got CPM, reach, unique link clicks. This here is cost per add to cart. This here is unique link click-through rate. This is website purchases, and this is cost per website purchase, right? So on the first day, when I ran it, if you look at the metrics, they aren't very good, right? CPM of $4.45. We've had 4 unique link clicks and no purchases, right? So if you go back to my slide up here on day 1, this slide is telling me to resume because it has 4 unique link clicks, right? So I resumed it. On the second day, spent exactly the same budget, right? The CPM came down, yeah, to $3.42. So the CPM's coming down. Unique link clicks are on 9, and I got 1 website purchase. If we go back to the slides before, we've got 1 website purchase here. So we've got 1 sale, so I resumed it. The cost per purchase was $7.59, right? On the third day, right, look how low the CPM's come down now. It's come down to $1.22. Unique link clicks has shot up to 26, but the reason we're getting so many more unique link clicks is because the CPM is so low. So we're serving the ad to a lot more people than we were previously in these 2 days here. And so we've got 2 website purchases this day, right? So then day 4 comes. Now the CPM's under $1, which is crazy. We've got 55 unique link clicks on basically the same budget as before. We've got 3 purchases. So these stats look pretty good, but they don't show you the full picture because, as I told you before, the PPC objective won't take into account the organic sales, right? So this looks all right. It's very likely to be a winning product, but the way that I could tell it was a winning product is because of my Shopify account, right? So I've got nearly 50 sales in the space of those 4 days. So this here is a screenshot basically of those 2 days where I launched that product. You can just see sales flying in, but the results don't paint the whole picture. And this is another reason why I strongly recommend you test with PPE. The CPMs get lower and you get all those organic sales. Right, so when you're launching and you're testing your products on Facebook, you got to keep in mind the law of averages, right? So usually I find a winner after I've tested about 12 to 15 products on average. It doesn't mean that I'll find a winner every time I launch 12 to 15 products. At one stage I launched 30 products and didn't find a winner. But I knew, because of the law of averages, that if I keep testing, I will eventually find one. And using the testing methodology I've given you, you just need to keep testing to find that one winner. And you really can't get emotionally attached to a product. If the product doesn't sell, move on to the next one. So the name of the game is just getting as many products up as quickly as possible and testing them using that same methodology. So the quicker you can go, the quicker you'll find a winner. So that's it from me today, guys. You've got the exact testing methodology you need to go out there and find winners now. So the only 2 things you've got to do is 1, subscribe to the channel, and 2, join our Facebook group. There's lots of people learning there, getting sales and staying up to date with what's new in the dropshipping world. So yeah, definitely jump in and I'll see you in the next video.